Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode with Catch Up Convos. So today I am with Phil Warren, who does his photography based in Treorchy. So hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. How you doing?
Thank you for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
So firstly, can you tell us a little bit about why you got into photography at the beginning?
It was an interesting story, to be honest, because I done photography in college for a week, but I never actually followed through with it. So part of my course, I was doing art and design at the time. I done one module in photography, then went on to do design. So by trade, I'm a designer, a product designer, but I never actually done anything after that. So I just picked up a camera. I think part of being sort of a designer, you have to document everything you do. If you create something, you have to photograph it.
Yeah.
Because you got to show it off. Sometimes you can't show off a building if you've designed it, or if a product or anything online if you want to do a portfolio. So I kind of stumbled into photography then, just by sheer chance. So a lot of it was, when I was young, I was a bit of a, I was into cars, so I don't really want to call myself a boy racer. But
that's everyone in my family, every single male
so
in my
I used to do a
family.
lot of track days and things like that, and a lot of it was perfect opportunity to take a camera and just take photos of the cars and the events I used to go to and part of the car club. And then my first, because I'm a wedding photographer for my business primarily.
Yeah.
My first wedding was from someone in the car club. He was doing
Was that a little bit less pressure for someone, or more, or do you find it more? I don't know.
It was obviously pressure. Any wedding is pressure because it's like one day. So the problem is when someone asks you to do something, it was free as well. Because he was like, look, I'm getting married in a registry office. I just want a couple of photos in the park. I'm not even having a party afterwards. It's just more of a legal thing.
Yeah.
But I do want a photographer, but I don't, because it's such a small thing. I don't really want to pay for anything.
Yeah.
Fine. So I was like, alright, cool. Yeah. So it's not really as much pressure if someone, the first one that you're paying out when it's a big deal. So I done that. That was in 2011. At that time, I was still a designer. I was working for Olympus, the camera company, designing keyhole surgery products.
Right.
And then it just went on from there. Just the next one was a friend of mine again. Like most things, I was doing stuff for friends and doing this and just trying it and just seeing how creative you can be with a camera, because you can just muck about really with digital. Yeah. If it doesn't work, you just delete it and carry on. So you can't do that with weddings. A little bit different, but
very different.
Yeah, the second one then was for a friend of mine. I see him quite often because he's in a band, in a wedding band. He's a drummer. Right. That was my first full one, and then it just sort of went on from there. Then.
So how long have you been doing it for now?
I've been, 2011, my first one.
Right.
But trying to think of this earlier on. So I was working full time as well as doing weddings and other commercial photography all the way through after that.
Yeah.
I got made redundant from my job in 2017, the start of 2017. Then I decided to go full time with the photography. Yeah. But that's the short version. So going back before that, I was in 2016. Obviously, Brexit referendum happened, and because I was working for a design consultancy, a lot of their work was based on companies giving them work, and then you give the work back to them.
Yeah.
So they would come to you and say, look, we need this designed. Do this. They take it over and carry on with it. But when I don't want to sound like I'm pro or for or against Brexit, I'm just saying what happened to me, type of thing. So don't think I don't want to bring that into it because people voted for whatever. But because of that, and I guess from a company's point of view, like any company, they look at hedging their bets on things. So from a financial point of view, they said because of potential uncertainty, they stopped investing in other companies.
Right.
So when you're an external company to a main company, then that's one of the first things they would look at cutting investment to.
Yeah.
So they took all the design work in-house. So our work dried up. So I went from a 5-day week down to a 4-day week.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'm going to try and do something on that 5th day with photography just to see what I could do. Then I went down to 3-day week, and I was like, hang on a second, this is something's happening here. So we've done probably about 5 or 6 weeks of 3-day weeks. So in that time, which was the end of 2016, my daughter was about 8 months old, but I thought, well, yeah, maybe I could work from home and just see it. And I was looking at my bookings. So for 2017, I'd already had 24 weddings booked.
Weddings have gone crazy.
So yeah, so my weddings were 2017, which is when I got made redundant in the first part. I had 24 weddings. So like, look, I'm going to be okay. I got offered another job in design straight away. And I was like, well, what am I going to do? So I thought, all right, give it a go.
Yeah, to be honest, if you had 24 weddings, 2017, I bet you didn't even really broadcast yourself then. Show yourself
Yeah, exactly,
off,
yeah. Because I was part-time.
Yeah, so you're not really going to show...
Yeah.
Go out your way then to show it off.
Yeah, you're not doing the usual advertising or...
No.
So
that's quite a lot considering... Like, it's just... Like, I don't know.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth, yeah.
Word of mouth, yeah. And that still forms a massive part of my advertising is word of mouth. I just think because of my background in design, everything is user focused. So you have to put the user or the client as the forefront of everything you do. So if you do that, you do a good job. Hopefully they recommend you. So it's kind of, that's kind of where it went. And then it just went on from there. Now, probably, amazingly, I've probably got a little bit too many weddings this year.
I know so many of my friends that getting married already this year, so
good.
it's like, honestly, it's
hopefully they got a good photographer.
Yeah, it might be you right as well, giving hints now.
Yeah, it's true.
I know it's gone crazy, mind. I know loads of people's getting married.
But I got weddings booking into 2021 now, so it's, but I never take that for granted, because I think the beauty with weddings is you do see trends in terms of how far in advance they book.
Everyone's mostly 2 years, isn't
it? 2 years is about average. I went back through my books and it's about 14 months is probably average booking time, but there's a definite trend of it getting further into the future. And I think a lot of that is the fact that exposure, people have heard of me, have seen my work, or more recommendations, the more weddings you do, the more people see you and so on. So yeah, it's going all right. Good. It's going okay. So
with the weddings, because I'm comparing to what I done now. So if like someone come to you now when they wanted to book you for a wedding, do you like obviously meet them beforehand, get make sure they're comfortable, things like that? Because with my photographer, I'm not comfortable in front of the camera at all, and I was absolutely dreading it. Yeah. So what my photographer at the time offered, he done like it was in with the package as well, mind, so the price, like, we had like a few photos just like out anyway before the wedding. So it did make, because he said the last thing you want is a complete stranger turn up on your wedding.
Right. That's right.
And taking photos and great photos.
You build a relationship as well, and you put a bit of trust into them as well. Then
them, you've met them a few times.
You can ask them things, and they can help you, or can you say, can you get this for me and stuff. So I do it a little bit different. So I would say 90% of my couple is exactly like you. Yeah. Because I think it's because the way I am is I'm quite relaxed and chilled out. I don't want to make the day about photographs. I want to make sure they have a good day first, and then the photographs kind of follow on. So I encourage as many meetings as possible. I've got obviously this space here. Yeah. Then there's a beauty of Skype and FaceTime and things like that. I would say, again, 90% of my couples wouldn't even dream of having an engagement shoot like you had.
I only done it because
I was offered it.
Yeah.
But they were like, nah, forget it.
The only reason I done it, I didn't like hardly any of the photos at all.
Yeah.
But I done it because I got his point. He said you realise what angles you're happy with and angles you're not happy with.
Yeah.
Worst photo. I think I was so uncomfortable. The worst photo.
But there's no reason for you to be there. If you think about it, when I got married, I had the same thing. We had an engagement shoot, and I've looked at those photographs once because I never there's no reason to be up the mountain
No.
having photographs taken. There's no reason.
No,
to
I
be
know what
apart.
you mean.
On your wedding day, it's totally different.
Yeah.
You know, you spent hours getting ready. You know, you had the dress. You
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, we look different.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that mentality is different. So when it comes to actually having photographs on the wedding day, it is totally different.
Yeah.
So I guess in the kind of arguing with myself, if you can have an engagement shoot, you know full well you're going to be alright on your wedding day. If you think about it.
Well, you're going to feel better,
yeah,
don't you?
Yeah,
obviously, because you're comparing it, oh my god, those if you're like, oh, I look terrible.
Yeah, I always offer it. I always offer engagement shoots, but I would say everyone just goes, nah, forget it. I don't want to do that. It's just a bit awkward. And I'm like, yeah, cool. So everything I do is like really hands off. Most people don't even know I'm there. I might be hiding in the bushes or something. just so I'm not. I don't like. I always approach things as what I would want. I wouldn't want someone in my personal space. I wouldn't want someone telling me what to do. I just want to be natural and be with, you know, my wife, I guess, at that point, or you know, just a bit of a quiet time or a alone time and just chill out.
I know, because on weddings that don't happen
no, it's
at all.
And I genuinely, I almost feel like I get in the way then. You know, so if you think that you get ready separately, then you have a ceremony which you don't talk to each other. You only say what the person in front of you tells you to say. Yeah. Then you go off because you go see everyone, and then so your auntie and uncle wants to talk to you and things like that. So you don't actually see each other. So when I gave, you know, my couples alone, I wanted to enjoy being with each other, and I find, you know, if you look at my photographs, they might look, some of them might look a little bit posed, but for me, I don't like doing that. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Telling people how to stand and things like that.
Yeah, I know. You can sense when someone's uncomfortable anyway, can't
it's hands it is. That's when if you look at hands, it's where they position them and it doesn't look natural and stuff. But I always say, like, look, I'm not getting in the way. I just want you to go and chill out, go for a walk, catch up a little bit and just... You secretly in the bushes taking more photos. And half the time you're looking around like, where the hell is he? But yeah, I do that quite often. I do that maybe twice in the wedding day. So... my average time with the couple is probably about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes at the most. Right. So it's really quick, it's really natural. Any longer and things start feeling a little bit forced. Yeah, what about family photos? You know, like when you do bridesmaids and the groomsmen and things like that. Mine was a bit, I don't know why, obviously... Laborious, I think is probably the word for it. Yeah, at my wedding, what it was, on the first day, in the morning, it was raining terrible. Yeah. So it was like, oh, do we go outside for photos? As soon as it's 11 o'clock, it went boiling. You're right, okay. So I think, to be fair, I think my photographer was like, let's get outside while we can. Yeah. And then he put, like, we had a photo shoot for all this one bit. Yeah. And me and my husband joke around, the photos are fab, nothing wrong, they are fab. But the ones we were all in groups, it looks like it's a backdrop. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because most of our photos are there. Yeah. You'd swear we were in a studio and someone's in the backdrop. In and out, like a conveyor belt type of thing. Yeah. So we do joke around about that. That's the only. But then again, I understand why he done it as well. Like, do you know what I mean? A lot of people think that with group photographs, you've got to have somewhere nice to do it. Yeah. Ideally, you want something plain because it's all about the people that's in them. So you don't really see a great deal of the background. Yeah. And the way I do it is I get a list of those photographs. You know, 6 weeks before the wedding, I know what they are. By the time I come to do this, I know everyone that's in the wedding as much as possible, so I can do them really quickly. Yeah. And then I work through that list. And if I kind of look at the bride and groom and go, "You've had enough of these at the moment. Go and get a drink. Go and have some, you know, canapes or whatever, and then maybe we do some more later on or after the wedding breakfast." And just because I really don't want it to be forced. Yeah. You know, I want everything to be natural and enjoyable. I think it's all day as well, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. So there's plenty of time. Depending on the ceremony time, you normally got time to do different things, different parts. You'd be fine in mine. I come out at 10 o'clock in the morning. Do you really? Yeah. I would absolutely love that. Do you know what? Do you really get to? Yeah. Everyone thought me husband were bonkers, but what it was, we booked it. And then I booked the place before the registry office. Yeah. And when they phoned, they either 10 o'clock or 4 o'clock. Yeah. So I was like, well, I don't want 4 because that's extremely late, so I booked 10. Everyone at the time was like, George, are you serious? Like, we've got to get from, especially the girls. Yeah, like, if you've got a big bridal party, you've got to start 8 o'clock, so I guess. Yeah. Do you know what? 12 o'clock, the bus was to leave at night. Nobody wanted to leave. Yeah. My father had to pay the guy extra because no one wanted to go. I mean, I got married at 12 o'clock, and if we were going to do it again, I wouldn't by the way, because
No.
I've done it. Nothing to do with my wife. But
No, I know. I understand.
I've done that. I've done that. And I've been a part of enough weddings now, but we definitely do it earlier because it just gives you more room, more time, just everything. Nothing's rushed. You're not going from pillar to post. So 10 o'clock though.
But everyone said
that's pretty early.
It is early, but at the time, and everyone even everybody. That's one comment they said. They said they didn't. It was one wedding where they didn't feel. Oh right, can everyone please move here?
Yeah,
everyone, because they literally everyone done whatever they wanted to do, and it was
good.
no rush. It was really good.
I guess the only thing with that, you'd have to put lunch on for everyone as well as.
Yeah, I mean,
that's fine.
It was good though. It was fab.
I really like that idea. That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, suggestions, isn't it?
But it's one of those things. I try and I always ask people what time they get married, because you can be in situations where anything past 2 o'clock, you're in a position where you could be sat down and having the speeches when evening guests arrive, and from an evening guest point of view, that's kind of a bit awkward because they certain venues is fine, but in smaller venues where there's nowhere else to go, they're kind of like hanging about outside. So I always find out and just advise a little bit, or advise initially before they book registrars and stuff. But
that's a bit tight for 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh yeah,
is that a bit tight for time? Do you think?
I do. I fit in. Right. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones. I just work with whatever's in front of me. You can't be stuck in your ways. You can't. Because every wedding is different, even though the formula is the same.
Yeah.
You do have to just go, okay, everything's running a bit late. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's move it.
Yeah.
This, that, and the other. So, yeah, you do have to be a bit flexible, I think. That's the way I approach it anyway. I mean, some people might think I'm mental, but...
No. So what made you go down the route of weddings? Like, so first of all, you done like sport. Was it like sport photography?
Well,
like
it was cars. It was, yeah. It was.
So what made you go down more towards the wedding route?
It was literally just being asked to do it, and then I thought, well, this is all right. It actually is. Like, I think a lot of it, I do like chatting to people. I'm quite interested in what people do. I'm an only child, so I've probably got a part of it. I always want to be my friend or something. But, a lot of it is just I am a people person. I just want to talk to people and I'm quite interested. So a lot of it is the way I work. Is I do talk to people quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it's a weird situation where when you start talking to people, they feel comfortable with you. Hopefully. Yeah. But then they start ignoring you because they accept you, So it's almost like not a guest, because I wouldn't want to be one of those ones that's like a part of the wedding. But they do sort of then go, oh, actually, he's all right. He's not a weirdo standing in the corner. He's a good job, and they just sort of ignore you, and then you can capture natural moments. Then but yeah, going back, I think a lot of it is that it's just the people just seeing everyone enjoy themselves, and then the result after it, just looking back, they go, yeah, told a pretty good story with the photographs there.
Have you done any themed weddings? Or have they all been quite traditional?
No, it has been pretty traditional. I think there's a big thing now where people just want a good party, and they want to get a lot of friends and family, and then just enjoy themselves. So that ceremony part is kind of a smaller thing.
Yeah.
But the themes are more coming from like details. So they'll have, when you think of like a Star Wars themed wedding, R2-D2's not going to roll in. You're going to have more like the favours are going to have a nod to Star Wars. So you never, if you look at it from the outside, you never think that it was themed.
Yeah, I know you.
But the touches are there, and I think that, that's quite impressive, I think.
Yeah.
Because anyone can bring like a life-size model of C-3PO and things like that in.
Yeah.
That's easy, but to get something which still looks amazing, but it's still got a personal touch, I think that's what I like.
Yeah,
personally,
it's good.
Yeah.
I like I've never been to a themed wedding. I think I'm secretly dying to go
to
one.
Yeah, people dress up in like.
I think I'm dying to. I've never seen one.
Yeah, it'd be a bit interesting, I think.
So the photos, obviously, it's not. I don't know, from me. I've done photography as a hobby, literally. But what I find hard is the editing.
Yeah.
Because, like, obviously, I've had, some photos I take, I literally do 2 things to it, and it's fab. I love it. Nothing I would want to change to it. there's some photos I have, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't even realise. I think I'm staring at the computer for about 3 hours, and it just goes.
Yeah.
And I get frustrated because I'm not finished with it, and time.
It's not as good as the one you've just done in 2
no,
clicks and something.
No, and it frustrates me. Do you ever find you like that, or no?
I think from image to image, like consistency is a big part of it. So, like knowing how to use the equipment cuts that issue down. But what it does then is, because I try and put a creative feel into certain things, that's when you get that issue. Is, it's quite. You can walk into a room that's well lit and take a photograph quite easy.
Yeah.
But to come up with something when you're adding lights, you're adding this, that, and the other.
It's the colour in it, like colour people's skin and things like that.
And it's trying to balance things up. Like you go into some venues and they got really bad orange lighting, and then everyone looks like they got a bad spray tan. And so you do have to work with it then and just try and balance things up so everything looks consistent to the day. And but yeah, from like image to image, I think I'm after doing nearly 100 weddings.
Yeah,
I think
you're probably fine now.
I should be able to take a photograph from one to another.
Yeah,
but that's where I try and go that extra mile and come up with something more creative and a bit different for the couples. So I hate taking the same photograph twice.
Yeah.
So I've done one venue last month 4 times, but I didn't go in the same place twice.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm cheating the couple. It's like, well, I've given you the same photograph as someone else.
Yeah, I know you saying that. Do you find that be a bit boring for you as well, wouldn't it? I think it's more. It's nicer for you to change it up as well.
Keeps it interesting, definitely. Because I think I do get bored with things quite quickly, so I like to.
I'm exactly the same.
I think that's where weddings pretty good because you've got like loads of things happening. You've got to be a commercial photographer. You've got to be like doing interior. You've got to do product. You've got to do portraits. You've got landscapes quite often. So you've got to have like every kind of
variety.
Jack of all trades when it comes to weddings. But yeah, it can be pretty difficult. But I'm getting there. I think.
And you do video? Do you do video photography as well?
Not for weddings. It's something I've been looking at to try and get something with other dedicated videographers, so I can offer that as a package.
Yeah.
But it's quite difficult because it's my brand, so it's me.
Yeah.
I'm the face of it, and people deal with me. To try and bring someone else in, they would have to match my values and my way of working, my everything about what I do. So to try and split me into one is quite difficult. So
yeah,
I'd have to go through a kind of rigorous process of picking someone that I would trust, basically.
And yeah, I know what you mean. You'd like someone who works the way you work as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Ideally.
Yeah, and alongside me as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, quite difficult that one. Is in the back of my mind because obviously with any business, I think if you stand still, you actually go backwards. So I'm always trying to improve and improve my service and get better at everything. And that's one of the things I get asked quite often. But I do video work a little bit for the commercial side of things. So that's where we are now. So I do commercial photography here. But it tends to be more like quick Facebook type stuff where they're advertising something or but yeah, from a weddings point of view now.
Cool. One thing I'd ask, would you ever consider doing, because obviously it's pay as well, do you ever run courses or anything like that?
For in terms of photography or
just general photography, it doesn't have to be weddings.
No, definitely, because it's how I learned is through YouTube. Basically, I watched loads of YouTube videos. I didn't really have anyone mentoring me. I didn't do any courses apart from my week in college. but so from our point of view, I'd be open to that, definitely. We've talked about doing almost like a social media and marketing course here.
Right.
Where one of those things would be photography.
Yeah.
But it would be really basic photography. It might be just how to take it on your phone.
Yeah.
But it's how to take it for the best of what you've got available. So it wouldn't be too technical as well, because I think that puts a lot of people off. It's like, got all these buttons and everything on this camera. I don't really know what it means. But most of the time, if you put in right light in the right spot, it doesn't matter what you take it with, you're going to get a good photograph. So people can overthink taking photographs sometimes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I do that a lot.
It's like, well, why isn't this working? And then they try and change loads of things, and it gets worse. So.
Yeah, and then sometimes I just take one random photo and it's fabulous.
Exactly, yeah. And a lot of it is light is the biggest thing. Like any photographer will tell you, good light is the best thing you can get in a photo, because it just makes everything easier. So yeah, it's just one of those things where we thought about it. It might happen. Whether it's a dedicated photography course or like a module of something else.
Yeah.
That might come in at some point.
Because I think I know quite a lot of people in the Rhondda who like photography just as hobby as well, older generation and younger. Like, I think because obviously the Valley's making everyone, get better and things like that, and obviously kids, if they want to go down that route, I think that might be a good option for yourself and for everyone around you as well.
Well, because we do a lot with the Visit Treorchy website and the content for Treorchy. For me to do a lot of the things to improve the content of the website is quite difficult for me to run up and down the street and go into shops. So I'd like almost like an apprentice, so I can bring along, but it'd have to be someone who's local. They can do things quickly, so maybe like a sixth form school kid or something like that would probably be better. It's definitely things we've been talking about, because I went up and down this street taking photographs of nearly 75 businesses.
Yeah.
And that is it's time consuming, but it doesn't really, from my point of view, there's other things I could be doing, if that makes sense, without sounding kind of big-headed, and that's not what I mean. It going in to take photographs of fundraising and something quite quick isn't best suited for me, where I could be doing other things to try and improve the visibility of the website,
right?
In terms of the content, video work, or help with adverts and the social media and marketing side of things.
Yeah.
Where people then would feed me the info, and then we can use it best we can. So yeah. So
with the team, is it just yourself, or have you got other?
So I work. So going back to my story of how I started. So I know I'm jumping back probably like half an hour, and I do talk a lot.
Me, what about it?
But I talk way more than you at the moment. So I when I got made redundant, one of the things I done, because I only live walking distance from where we are now. That's High Street Media in Treorchy. Like shameless plug again. I walked in here because I knew they do graphics, branding, website design. And one of the things with that is you need content. You need images, you need videos, and that just elevates a website. You have a website. You can have an amazing functioning website, but it's got rubbish images. It's always going to be handicapped. So I walked in here and said, look, I'm a photographer. Do you need any photos taken? If you do, use some of the work I've done. Here's my business card, give us a shout. And, fast forward 2 years and I'm sat here in an office working with them with a technically with a title director of photography. So
I believe in faith, things like that.
I just thought, well, I'd try it. If something comes out of it, it's just another thing along with the other types of photography I'm doing with the weddings and other people that I do work for. So I try and work with small businesses, do a lot of photography and help with their marketing to try and increase their visibility online, and obviously try and then in turn make it more profitable. In a way. Because you can have the best business in the world, no one sees it, no one cares about it.
Well, exactly. That's why I'm doing the podcast, because I think there's a lot of people who are negative and things like that, but they're on there. And then I know loads of my friends now who've only all opened their own business, things like that. But I think if people don't know about it, they're not gonna see the potential. So that's exactly why I'm going from place to place, showing it off, basically.
Yeah, definitely. And that comes back to what you're saying about courses about it. So some people will put things on Facebook and this and that, then realise why is it not doing that well, or why is it not leading to people coming in. So that's one of the things which I'm thinking about doing a bit more, is doing the marketing kind of thing. I don't know. It's difficult because, you know, everything I do is always I'm really concerned or aware of what I put online. So people's opinion of me outwardly, because I don't put enough of me on it. This is as more
most of you have ever done.
No one's like I do a couple of selfies now and again, but being bald, there's not really much of a good angle for this. So I think so. What I put online is a reflection of my business.
Yeah.
So I'm really aware of that. But a lot of other businesses don't understand that as well. So it's just making them aware that, you know, it's like having especially online, it's like having a scruffy shop front. You know, people are not going in there. That type of thing. So.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Cool.
But everyone has an opinion of something they see online.
I do, but I think I've never put on my personal stuff. I don't hardly anything at all. Yeah. Like I think my podcast now is the most I've ever put on social media in my whole life.
Your business stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, literally, it's the most I've ever put on my whole life. But then again, I think you can't please everyone. You're never gonna
do it. But don't alienate people. You've done,
of course not.
Basic things like spelling mistakes, or or photos where there's something in the background which looks.
No, I know.
You know,
no,
so
I know.
I think it's just having a bit of care. I think a lot of the times.
Yes, support.
Yeah.
Supportive.
Yeah.
Yes. Here we are. Well, anything else you'd like to add? And what weddings you got coming up next? You got one this week or next week?
I got 2 this weekend.
Hopefully nice weather.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I'm actually back to back at the same venue.
Ooh.
So that should be interesting. I was going to look at booking a room there, but they're all booked out. So I should, to be honest. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty much most weekends. And I got one. I'm doing a wedding in Tasmania coming up now next month. It's a family wedding.
Yeah.
So half my family live there. I've emigrated there, so they've got a wedding, and they were like, "Do you want to come out?" And obviously. So they actually paid for my flight out, so I'm going to be doing doing a wedding exchange. So it's just a good excuse to get out there, because my dad's it's my uncle, my dad's brother, so we're both going out.
Good.
Yeah, and then it's just one weekend after another then.
The only problem is though, they'll all be trying to talk to you and you'll be like, shush, I gotta concentrate.
Yeah.
Like,
I wear some earplugs or something and just leave me alone a minute.
Yeah.
But that's where I am anyway. I do talk and
exactly.
You know, but yeah, it should be a little bit different, because I'm not sure on whether the format is any different. Because I know, like in America, the format of the day is slightly different to what we normally do.
Right.
So I gotta brush up on see if there's any changes. Like, do they do this, that, and the other differently, or timings are different?
You're gonna find out that beforehand.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be out there a few days, so I'll just have a chat to see like what are the what's the rundown of the day. It's just basically everything I'd normally do anyway.
Yeah.
And I'll get them to fill up my the questionnaires that I send them beforehand, which give me all the information of the day. So. Yeah. Cool.
That'd be good.
It should be alright. Should be alright to be editing all the images on the 20-hour flight that it is on the way back. So
keep occupied, make the flight go quicker.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing a few more abroad, but it does take up a lot of time. And from a pay point of view, it's not exactly lucrative.
No.
Because a lot of people do it just to do the wedding.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm going to Tuscany or Santorini or something. So.
Yeah, cool.
Should be right.
I
think that's about it.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for coming on the podcast. And just let me know, so I'll put the links up for the website and on Instagram if you wish to book. So thank you all for listening, everyone. Bye.